It's a beautiful beach day. Smell that salt air. The warmth of the sun. It's pretty quiet here too. Hi Carol. Hi Cosmos. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to take things a little bit easy today as I'm having some back problems. Nothing serious. I'm like, do you ever, you know how you like get right on the edge? You feel like one wrong move and I'm gonna throw my back out. So we're on Deerfield Beach today and ugh, the seaweed is awful. Thank you, Betty. Anyway, I'm trying not to make any sudden movements. I feel a lot better than I did this morning. I mean, trying to lay low. I was amazed that the cactus plants thrive on the beach. They do. I'm sure seaweed does have nutritional value. The Japanese, the sushi comes with that green seaweed. I like that stuff. It's good. Hi Drake. I know, Betty. I'm concerned. I don't want to say scared. I'm just trying to body heal thyself. And so far so good. I'm feeling better. I'm not the one who goes to the doctors because I just don't trust them. This little lizard. Gross. He's a yucky one. Hey OG. It is beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. And I am on a nice deck here. You can see how pretty it is. I feel like I shouldn't be walking on the beach because it's a lot of effort to walk on the beach. And when you feel it's about to give out, the last thing you want to do is have that happen on the beach. So I'm just behaving like an old lady today. Hi Jeffrey, I am in Deerfield Beach, Florida on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Lazing on a Sunday afternoon in the summertime. Sometimes you wonder what country you're in when you hear so many different languages. But that's the way it is here in South Florida. People visit from all over the world. Hey Carol, it's okay, my back doesn't hurt. Not yet. I've just been having these little pangs. And those of you who have back issues know what the pangs feel like and how it's like a warning. I've been warned. So I'm trying to keep it cool. Hi Daniel. Really, my teeth look bleached? Oh, it's interesting. They're not. They're naturally white. So I haven't walked the pier at Deerfield for a while. Thank you, Daniel. This one's fake. Oh boy. You know, bleaching your teeth, by the way, I don't think that's healthy. And anytime I ever put even hydrogen peroxide on my teeth, it really hurts my teeth. So I can't, And also, you shouldn't be using mouthwash. I know it's a troll and he wants to make me feel like I'm a fake person, but I use it as an opportunity. I don't think they charge any money to walk on the pier here. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But look, that beach does not look too enticing. There is a lot of seaweed in the water. Well, thank you, Betty. I appreciate it. I feel pretty, oh so pretty, that the city should give me a key. A committee should be honored to honor me. La 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 la. I feel stunning and enchanting. Feel like running and dancing for joy. For as long by your pretty, wonderful boy. Always an opportunity to sing. Hey, what did you guys think of that concert last night? Was that spectacular or what? I did not know Virginia Beach is man-made, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of military installations. Virginia Beach seems to me to be very governmental and military. Is that true? Hey, Gonzalez. Yes, I still go live on Facebook, just not as much. Actually, I got shadow banned on Facebook a few years ago. For like 2 years, you couldn't see me, you couldn't even find me, you know, because I'm dangerous and such. Yeah, last night was so great, and it just takes me back because Led Zeppelin, I always liked Led Zeppelin, but it wasn't until I was in my 20s when I really appreciated Led Zeppelin. Oh, Virginia Beach, yes, it was all rocky. And they turned it into a beach, right? It's pretty there. I want to go back. I might go there this summer. We'll see. This is the beach report, don't you know? Oh, so I'm having these little twangs just in the middle of my back. Anyone know what that is? It's not impairing my breathing at all, but it's like, I feel like it's a warning, and I feel like it might be because of the heavy equipment I've been carrying lately. Fort Zachary in KW. What's KW? Key West. Oh, Key West, of course. Everything's man-made in Key West. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, it feels like if the spasm happens, I'm gonna be laid out for a while. I hope not. I haven't had a really bad problem with my back since, I'll never forget it either. It was Mother's Day in May 2021, and my husband and I, we weren't married yet, but we were moving into his farmhouse, and I was pulling my boots on, and the horrible spasm hit, and it was bad. Oh, maybe Jeffrey. I don't usually meet strange men anywhere, but I do have some fans in Virginia Beach. Okay, Jackie, if you want to advertise your show, you're going to have to do it elsewhere. We're not talking about that. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to put you in a timeout for 10 minutes. I don't even know if I'll be on for 10 minutes, but please don't advertise other shows on my show. It takes away from what I'm talking about. So, Whiskey, you should go find some older women that will like you back. Steroids. No, I don't take any drugs. I am going to beat this back thing all on my own. Hello, Gretchen. Good to see you, Gretchen. I'm so glad you're here. So welcome everybody to beautiful Deerfield Beach. And I do need to go on the beach actually because it's the beach. I feel like I should go on the beach. Oh, and then I had a little accident with my foot. So I banged the top of my foot into like the corner of a desk. I don't know what the heck it was, but I banged it pretty hard and I didn't realize how bad it was until I realized that it really did hurt. And so that's an issue I've also been dealing with. Hey, Alexandra, I know Deerfield Beach, isn't it great? Anyway, you guys want to see what it looks like? I'll show you. See if is there a doctor in the house? Oh, wait, I put the Band-Aid on. Well, anyway, that's where it is, but it's getting better. So I use something my husband introduced me to called Corona ointment, which is actually made for animals like horses, but I use it on my skin too because all of the people who love horses swear by Corona ointment when it comes to healing wounds. So whenever I've got a wound, I get my Corona ointment out. Okay, ice for 20 minutes and heat for 20 minutes. Do it as much as possible. And I will not be taking anything ibuprofen, but I will try to eat blueberries because they are anti-inflammatory. Tendons and nerves at the top of the foot. Exactly. So I noticed it was a little painful, but I'm pretty tough like that. Hello, Sherry. I'll be okay. You know, it's funny. Men and women see pain so differently, don't we? I'm always like, the pain, it'll pass. But a man gets pain and they're, oh my husband used to, I mean, he was the biggest baby. He really was. It's no foot x-ray, forget about that. Nothing's broken. It's just, it's more that I actually punctured the skin and didn't realize it. Whatever I banged into, I got a boo-boo. That is my issue. It went in between my bones. I don't think it hurt me at all as far as my bones, but so it's spelled like a crown, C-O-R-O-N-A, Corona. And you can get it at any, it's not ivermectin. Corona is just a healing cream for horses, and they have it at Tractor Supply. So get it there. This is beautiful, isn't it, Rhino? This is Florida. This is Deerfield Beach, Florida. It's okay, Carol. Oh, by the way, mods, don't be too sensitive as far as kicking people off. You know, people can say what they want and you guys can respond to them how you want, and I'll respond to them how I want. Let's see if we can, I mean, unless they're saying something like blatantly disgusting or sexist, you know, or you know what I mean, like really bad. But let them show us who they are, and you know, maybe we'll either find out if they're real, if they're bots, or we'll just ignore them. I think we should just ignore them. Don't even kick them off, or just, if they say something really dumb, we'll just, you know, not deal with them. Oh, Alexandra, that is a question I don't like. What is my favorite place in Florida? I don't know. I love it all. I love the whole state. Honestly, Alexandra, all the way from Key West up through the different Key Islands, all the way into South Florida. I'm not a huge fan of the city of Miami, but I do appreciate it, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous in Miami. It's just a little bit on the, I don't know, it seems dangerous, but maybe that's because my husband was always like, baby, it's so dangerous here, be very careful, don't put your phone out. Yeah, get those bots, Charlene. But I love it. I love the East Coast. I love the West Coast. I love it all. I love the Panhandle. Love the Panhandle. Absolutely adore it. Yeah, I just love all of Florida. I love up north. I love Ocala. It's beautiful in Florida. Even if there's no beaches, it's still an amazing place. Um, I love the beaches on the West Coast. See you later, Rhino. Yeah, I probably should take a dip in the salt water because did you know that when you swim in the ocean or any salt water, body of salt water, you actually get a very good dose of magnesium and other minerals. Yeah, it's not a question I can really deal with, Alexandra. I'm always like, I don't know, I love it all. I guess when the seaweed is like this, I don't love this. That doesn't look good. But at the same time, I still think it's really beautiful. Hey, Natasha. And the Everglades, oh my gosh, Gretchen, right? Love the Everglades, love 10,000 Islands. Friendliest community. Hmm. Well, that's a good question. You know, I would have to say, in my experience, the people in Fort Lauderdale and the friends I've made over the past, what, 11 years, so wonderful. So I guess just because I've kind of been living in Fort Lauderdale, and as I say that, I get a group text from like 8 of them, all another birthday party. They are such a loving, caring people that I've met over here in Fort Lauderdale. And they take care of each other like no other friend group I've ever seen. Everybody's birthday is acknowledged. Wherever Jill is located makes everyone the most friendliest. I wouldn't actually say that, Carol, because I'm not as friendly in the group as they all are. Not that I'm not friendly, but it's hard for me sometimes because I'm in so many different places. So I have different friend groups actually all over the country. And it is sometimes frustrating when, especially my Fort Lauderdale ladies, and they always have stuff going on and they always want to include me, and I can't always do it. But you have seen me here more often in Fort Lauderdale and hanging out more with Janetta. God bless her. She has been after me to hang out with her for years. And really, I just started, I don't know, having time for Janetta and hanging out with the girl group. It's just, it's so wonderful. I do it as much as I can. So I'm going to say Fort Lauderdale has been very, very good to me. Does Fort Lauderdale fill with college kids spring break? You know it does, Selena girl, like crazy. It's hilarious and I love it. Oh, relaxed crowd. Hmm. Probably, well, since I'm gonna say anywhere on the east, on the West Coast, because people are in bed by 9 over on the West Coast. It's a very slow paced life, and they have some really great restaurants, and they have, I'm not going to say a good nightlife. They don't have a good nightlife, but they do have some nice places and live music and everything. And Fort Myers is a fun place. It's a little bit, it can be a little raunchy, but so can Fort Lauderdale if you go into the wrong places. Hi, surfboard. So there's just so many different aspects of Florida, and I think it's hard to belong to any one community when you live like I do. But I guess my closest community has been Fort Lauderdale and surrounding area of Fort Lauderdale. Lots of questions today. I want to talk about Florida. Yeah, no nightlife on the on the West Coast. Holy guacamole. You could stay out all night long till 5 o'clock in the morning. I know, I've done it. It's crazy. Yes, this is exactly where the boys are. Fine. Okay, that's just because I had a phone call, so it should be okay now. Is it okay now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Have I witnessed the sharks at Deerfield Beach when they come in to mate or birth? I did not know about that, Carol. I had no idea. But now that you say it, I'm gonna try. No, I got a phone call, so that's why I'm gonna go out and come back in one more time because I should have a good connection. So stay tuned. Hold on. All right. Yes, Betty, please, Betty, pick up. All right. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you. Isn't it a little boardwalk I'm on? Okay, Jackie girl, you're back now. Please follow the rules. Talk about whatever we're talking about. Okay, what I want to talk about actually is where the boys are. So that movie was filmed in Fort Lauderdale, and Connie Francis starred in it. And did you know that up until she passed away, was it last year or the year before? But pretty recently. Anyway, she lived here in Fort Lauderdale, and there was an 80th anniversary of the famous, iconic bar called but I'm losing my words on this one. What's the bar called and where the boys are? The Elbow Room. The Elbow Room. So they had an 80th anniversary party at the or birthday party at the Elbow Room, and it was also Connie Francis's birthday that year too. And 80 the same year. What are the chances? So anyway, I went, she was there, I got to meet her, I got to interview her on the Beach Report. She was lovely, and a good time was had by all. Hello, Fred. Hello, Luis. How's everybody doing? So who wants to go to the beach? Whoops, I keep trying to take it to the beach. Okay. Oh, everyone loves this hat. It's my magic hat. I'm just like wearing it all the time now because everyone loves it so much. So I'm gonna go with that. So it looks like the tide is low here at Deerfield Beach. If you want to move to Florida, you let me know. We'll find you a place to live. Yes, give me a sound check, please. There's no reason why I should have lost sound. Okay, you can hear. Thank you, Luis. The video at the Keys Gators is peak. Oh, those weren't the Keys, actually. That was the Florida Everglades. But yes, it was beautiful, wasn't it? Boy, that gator gave me a show. And look what we have over here. Some turtle nests. And they should be hatching soon because lots of turtles have already hatched. And it is their time. I have actually never seen that before. How cool would it be to see turtles hatching? So this is one of the few South Florida beaches that has rocks. And let's look what's hanging out in those rocks. Wow. That's a big, grumpy looking lizard. Iguana. Oh, that thing is big. At least it's not an alligator, right? He's like heading this way. Yeah, I don't like it. I like alligators. I'm not a fan of these guys. I don't know. They probably already serve gator tacos. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna catch some hatchlings. Catchling the hatchlings. President Trump. Hey Dakota. How you doing, my friend? So north of me is the famous Deerfield Beach Pier. You see that? Yeah, he always wants snacks, I'm sure. He's not gonna get any snacks from me. I'm sure there's a lot of things to eat in the seaweed. Look how bad the seaweed is. So this is a very common sight these days because there's a baby boom going on, and expectant parents taking pictures of their baby bump. No doubt first-time parents. I think second-time parents, they're like, we got this other kid to deal with. Yeah, it's hard to do a nighttime show, and you can't use any lights also on the beach. So it would have to be extreme evening, extreme morning, like first light. I could try that, dawn, but I'm never gonna get. Ooh, look what I see. I see a real hermit crab. Oh, the hermit crab went away. But that was an actual hermit crab. You see them in the wild sometimes. Did you ever see raccoons on the beach? Thinking Boca Raton maybe. Nope, I've never seen raccoons on the beach. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, Alexandra, there's a baby boom going on. Have you not noticed? Look, is there a new baby in your life? A sibling? A mom, dad, grandchildren? Think about it. Everybody's got a new baby in their lives. They were hatching at 4 or 5 in the afternoon when I saw them hatching. Thank you, Bob. Okay, well, wouldn't it be amazing if these guys just decided to birth in front of us? We can hope, right? Yeah, I don't need an umbrella. I'm standing on the edge of the rocks. Yeah, so anyway, because of the baby boom, I'm seeing so many couples with the photographer, and they got their baby bump out and they're taking pictures, and everyone's doing it. Hey, Uptown, I don't know what you're talking about, but start making sense or be removed. It's a beach report, don't you know? Oh, look how cute they are. Oh, look, they've got the ultrasound pictures. This is even better than a wedding. I agree, the ocean is always best. Hi, Lou the chicken dude. Look how sweet. Oh, he's holding a picture of the baby sonogram. Oh, look, now these people are standing in their frame. It's too bad they've got to take pictures with all this seaweed, but that's the way it is. So couples these days, they do it so differently than I did it 30 years ago. They take something called a baby moon, where, oh, look at her. She loves her bump. I'm gonna cry. It's so precious. Baby boom all over the whole country. Babies everywhere. Start looking around. You're going to see babies everywhere. Ashley knows. Yeah, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. He's holding the sonogram picture. That's a beautiful shot that she's setting up with the baby's daddy holding the sonogram and her at the beach. That's beautiful. Hello, Gretchen. Didn't I say hello to you already? There are surprisingly so many people in the water, and there's so much seaweed, it's kind of hard to believe anybody wants to be in there, but it looks beautiful, and the waves are really mild. Hey, West Virginia, take me home, country road. There's a baby boom in Europe too, Alexandra. Then I guess it's worldwide. To the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Thank you, Husky. Take me home, country road. It is illegal in Pennsylvania to randomly rub a pregnant woman's stomach. It should be. That's kind of assault. The water's beautiful, and it's warm like soup. Oh, look at this shot. That's beautiful. She's got great ideas. Yeah, it is a good song. I wish I knew all the words to that one, but I don't. How you doing, Bob Cox? Florida is a wonderful place to live. You have to make some concessions when living in Florida. For instance, you have to like the heat. You have to be okay with humidity. And sometimes my hair is very curly. But usually the weather is beautiful like this. This is a normal day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a beauteous day in this beauty hood. A beautiful day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be, please, won't you be my neighbor? So, Husky, we are in Deerfield Beach, Florida. There's Vanessa Becerra and the amazing Donna. Betty, please. Betty, pick up. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. Hi, Barbara. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me, Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. I don't have any problems with the police. Not ever. Oh, Betty, we have the devil is trying to get on this show. So kick him off. And actually, let's also report the devil. Bye-bye. Tossed into the ocean to be eaten by sharks. That's the way it goes here on the Beach Report. We don't put up with any nastiness, but we love love. Look how beautiful that is. They're taking such beautiful pictures. Good evening, Bill Clancy. At the Copacabana, the hardest spot north of Havana. Oh, this is just too precious. I need to sing a song for them. You and me against the world. Thank you, Husky. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world. When all the others turn their backs and walk away, you can count on me to stay. Remember when the circus came to town and you were frightened by the clown? Wasn't it nice to be around someone that you knew? Someone who was big and strong and looking out for you and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and I'm gonna cry. I can't do it anymore. Me against the world. And for all the times we've cried, I always felt that God was on our side. And when one of us is gone, and one of us is left to carry on, then remembering we'll have to do. Our memories alone will get us through. Think about the days of me and you and me against the world. That is absolutely beautiful. So, you know, Florida is as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. This is what I think. Look, you don't see me getting my nails done. That's expensive. I don't do that anymore. I should get my toes done, but I don't do that either. But I'll find a way. You know, it's like things cost as much as you're willing to pay for them, honestly. What a beautiful picture. Look how adorable they are. If I start singing songs about babies, I'm gonna cry my eyes out. I get so emotional when I see this. Especially because I'm part of the baby boom and I got my own new baby, grandchild. And it means everything. That's what love is. That's beauty. That's God. He knitted you in the womb. He knew you before you were born. Yes, the water is very clean, Alexandra. It's beautiful here. I mean, there's a lot of seaweed in it right now, but how beautiful is this? I mean, look how much they already love their little baby. And you know, I just have to say that I see this, I get really emotional because I take it very personally. And every time I see a wanted, loved baby with two parents like this, I think of myself and my own time in the womb and the fact that my mother was not happy and was not planning on keeping me and had to give me up for adoption. You know, and it breaks my heart. Yes, this is the Atlantic Ocean. The famous, amazing Atlantic Ocean. Oh, look how sweet they are. I mean, they came in front of me, you guys. I just feel like God put them in front of me. I don't know them. They just walked in front of me and started taking pictures. Luis says, my mom got kicked out of her home for getting pregnant with me. Wow, Luis. Do you also have the same visceral reaction when you see something like this? A couple so happy about their new baby coming, and when you think about how hard it is for women who don't have that kind of, you know, expecting to start a family, but they're pregnant. And also, Luis, how hard it is for us as babies to feel the tension before we're born. And our mothers probably had trouble bonding with us. I mean, your mother kept you, I'm assuming. If not, then it could be the same situation. Yeah, I know, Luis, wow. I'm glad you're here. Not a lot of people understand this, and I'm glad. Okay, here's another baby. Only this is a baby that could well be used against my country, if you know what I mean. Yeah, baby will definitely carry the energy from their mom and will suffer along with her. Absolutely. And then be born and not have a mom. That's the other part that really gets me, is to be separating at birth. You know, they don't separate dogs from their puppies at birth because it's too cruel. But they got no problem with doing it to women and babies. Better being adopted than being badly treated. Yes, that's true, but I wouldn't have been badly treated. My mother loved me and wanted the best for me, and that's why she gave me up for adoption. Because she knew that my father would try to take me away from her. There are homeless, drug-addicted women in Kensington, that's for sure, and men too. I don't know what that has to do with this, but we should pray for them. We should pray for everybody. You should even pray for the people that have made your life hard. And you should try to forgive them, because forgiving them is for you, not for them. She's gonna get vertigo from that action. How about this one? Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy I play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? When did she grow to be a beauty? When did he get to be so tall? Wasn't it yesterday when they were small? I wrote a whole book about it, Daddy Cricket. Go check it out. Do you think about me on my birthday? chillbooks.com. Do 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 do. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Swiftly fly the years. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, laden with happiness and tears. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, Betty. Yep, I wrote a book about it. My adoption story is crazy indeed. I was stalked by my biological father. My mother warned the adoption agency that this would happen, and it did. What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I hope to ease their way? Ooh. Now they must learn from one another, day by day. They look so natural together, just like two newlyweds should be. Good night, Bill. Is there a canopy in store for me? Do, 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 do. Let's see. Compared to California. Oh yes, I love Florida compared to California. People need to make sure they're prepared in all aspects before having children. Yes, you get 9 months to prepare. That's the preparation you get. And then you got to prepare along the way, because you can't expect everything. And there was that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. I love that book, actually. But you get a good 9 months to prepare, and that's actually enough, because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen when they have kids. And if you think you have to wait until it's absolutely the perfect time, it will never be the perfect time. California's water is cold. Florida's water is warm. Luis, we have to be positive, and we have to be strong, especially kids who came into this world with nobody and nothing like us. You know, they say if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Am I right? So here I am, being strong. And here's the other thing. I thought that I had bad father. The father who was my biological father, definitely not a good father. The father who raised me was a good father until I was a teenager, and then he thoroughly dropped the ball. And parents do that sometimes. Raising teens is hard, and it wasn't because I was a teenager that he dropped the ball. It was because it turned out that he was a cheater and cheating on the family. You know, when you cheat on your wife, you're actually cheating on your whole family. Yes, I know California is a liberal cesspool. I don't expect anything better. I don't live in California for that reason. Hi Martin, happy summer to you. It is beautiful in the summertime. Yeah, California is turning into a third world country. Indeed. Indeed. But Florida is always beautiful. I love it here. Anyway, what else would you guys like to talk about? Yeah, Chicago is pretty bad too. Don't worry, I won't move to Chicago. Not a chance of that. I'm so happy in Florida. And I like to travel up and down the East Coast. I have family up north. And of course my Florida family that I created myself. See, that's the other thing from being an adopted child, is that, well, they kind of took away your identity, and you don't really know who you are, even though I supposedly do, but it's never been acknowledged. So my identity was stolen on the day I was born. And rather than cry about, I don't know who I am, I decided that I can be whoever I want to be. and I wasn't held back by any histories of anything. So I think that was a good thing. And then when I found out who the people were that made me, and I realized that I was so much better off having been adopted, and grateful all over again, which I've always been grateful for everything. And you know, hurricanes, they travel up and down the whole East Coast. They usually start out around Florida, right? So living in Fort Lauderdale over the past 11 years, I've never once encountered a really scary hurricane. I did, however, live over on the West Coast. Well, I wasn't living on the West Coast at the time. I was living in the middle of the state, and my husband, Ray, almost exactly 4 years ago, was dying of cancer. And we lived in a farm in the middle of Florida. So he actually went into hospice, and we went into hospice in Lehigh Acres, which is more associated with Fort Myers. Well, it turned out that that hospice was also a hurricane shelter. And we were there for a few weeks, and right in the end of us being there, a very devastating hurricane called Hurricane Ian came ashore. And I don't know if I would have survived that had I been with a dying man in the middle of Florida in an old farmhouse that already had a hole in it. And that house didn't get destroyed or anything, but it didn't have electricity. And living in the middle of Florida with no electricity is just like unbearable. Heat, alligators near Lake Okeechobee, a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah. But hurricanes, I don't worry about hurricanes. And when there is a hurricane coming, I just get out of the way, because that's the other thing. Like babies, you get warnings when hurricanes are coming. Okay, maybe not 9 months, but you do have several days before you know to get out of the way of a hurricane. Carol's dog sitting. Aww, I love it. Don't you love the dogs? I'm so happy for you, Carol. I hope you're doing well. I want to show you the surf here. It just looks so beautiful. And there's people in the water, even though there's a lot of sargassum seaweed. Hey, David, it's my hat. I keep telling you. Hello, España. Yeah, alligators like everybody. Uh-huh. Yes. They'd like everybody to jump in the water and swim with them. You're right, Lamb. My life is pure happiness. And if you want any help in making your life pure happiness, I am here. For one, to show you and live by example. And for two, it's not that it's an easy lifestyle, Alexandra, but my key to happiness right now, and most of my life actually, is that I walk in faith. And it's not that I always did this, but more and more, I really do let go and let God. Looking for an easy lifestyle, could Florida be an option, or are there other easier places, jobs, rent, public transport, outings? It is what you make it. It is where you go, I think, with yourself. I think sometimes it's more important that if you're happy with yourself, your life will be good. If you're doing things that you enjoy, your life will be good. So that's what I'm doing right now, actually, is I'm interviewing someone for another book that I'm working on. I am also, in addition to a show host, I'm an author, a journalist, and a boutique book publisher. I like the gators too, Magoo, so stay tuned to the Beach Report, because I will always take you to see gators. But anyway, I have to go interview for this book that I'm working on. So I can talk about it, but I gotta go. But it was lovely hanging out with you today on the Beach Report. here on Deerfield Beach, live in the sun and in the waves. I kind of left my whole family. That's a long story, Luis. Yes and no. Kind of more yes. All right, you guys. Ciao for now. Stay tuned to the Beach Report. If you like it, please subscribe and consider becoming a